If you're in no contact and your ex texts you, do not be in a rush to respond. That message is not random. In this video, I'm going to break down what your ex really wants when they reach out during no contact, why responding the wrong way can backfire, and how to respond, how to handle it without losing your leverage. But first, hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. And welcome back, my beautiful no contact army. Have you downloaded my app Silencio to help you stay in no contact? If you haven't, the link to that is underneath every single video and podcast. And we now have a community tab where you can post about your situation and get answers from other members of the no contact army. And if you too would like to join our army, just hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. Okay, so when your ex texts you during no contact, this isn't about trying to interact with them. This is about avoiding mistakes. When an ex reaches out, it's usually a temperature check. They want to see if you're still available just in case they change their mind. They pretend they're checking in. They want to see if you'll still respond. They want to remind you that they still exist. And they want to make sure that you don't get too far, just in case. Yes, they broke up with you, but they don't want you to go too far. And the worst thing you can do is to respond too quickly. If you respond right away, you'll look eager, like you've been waiting for this moment. I know you have, but you don't want to make it look like you've been waiting for this moment. And in this scenario, not playing games is not going to help you because people say, well, I don't want to play games. Yeah, you kind of do. So you need to be prepared to fight your natural instinct to respond immediately. And also, waiting gives you 2 advantages. 1, you don't look emotionally available on demand. And 2, you give yourself time to think carefully about how you're going to respond, because the response you want to give when you first hear from them is probably not the response that you decide you want to give if you wait 4, 5, 6 hours, even the next day. You don't have to respond right away. This isn't a normal dating situation now. This is a breakup. You can respond whenever you damn well please. Now, keep this in mind. If your ex was 100% certain about the breakup, if they were truly happy, confident, and relieved that you're out of their life, they would not be reaching out, okay? Because they wouldn't want to give you false hope. They'd leave you alone because they know you're probably not very happy with them. So why would they contact you? So when they text, it means that there's uncertainty. They want your reassurance that you're still there, that they haven't pushed you away, and that you haven't moved on emotionally or physically. And they could still get you back if they wanted to. Because as I've said many times, people are rarely 100% certain about a breakup when they are the dumper. But you cannot rush to give them the reassurance they're looking for, even though everything inside you is screaming to do it because it would calm your anxiety. But that's not strategic. If they think that they can get you back at any time, why would they hurry up and come back? If they feel they have all the time in the world and you're not going anywhere, there's no urgency. Think about it like this. If there's an item of clothing, let's say, and it's on sale all year round, there's no rush to decide, right? But if it's rarely on sale and only for a short time, you suddenly feel the pressure to make up your mind. It's like, I better buy it now if I really want it. Otherwise, who knows when it'll be on sale again. So they need to see that you're not going to be permanently available whenever they feel like coming back, even if that's exactly how you feel right now. And you know what? They may even feel entitled to you, especially if you were together for a long time. Like you'd be thrilled if they changed their mind. So you don't want to be too nice, too happy, too friendly, and you definitely don't want to compliment them. because they will interpret that as you wanting them back. And do not ask if they're dating anyone. Even if they tell you the truth, what are you actually going to do with that information? I don't think it's going to improve your situation to know the answer to that. And also, don't volunteer that you're dating, because they'll see right through it and they'll know you're trying to make them jealous, and that's not going to work. So if you don't give them reassurance, you force them to confront the reality that unless they do something, you will eventually be gone for good. And that pressure forces a decision sooner rather than later, which is what we want, right? Now, if they reach out and they say, I miss you, the worst possible response is, I miss you too. And I have a whole separate video on how to respond to the I miss you text. And I'll put the link to that in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. And definitely don't volunteer that you miss them. They assume that you miss them, and that's going to put pressure on them, and it's actually going to push them away. It does not draw them closer, okay? They don't care if you miss them if their interest level is not high. And you want to relieve your anxiety by saying that, but it's not going to help your cause. So shut up. This is also not the time to get pulled into a long emotional conversation about the relationship or the breakup. There's going to be time for that later, if they earn it. So don't carry the conversation. When they text you, just make statements. Don't ask questions. Just mirror them. Don't talk more than they talk. They need to lead the conversation. Let them wonder if the breakup has turned you off, because maybe it has. They don't know, right? And this isn't about being cold. It's about not being as warm as they expected or hoped that you would be. So don't try to extend the conversation, and don't tell them how much pain you're in. They assume you are in pain, and if anything, they're going to be shocked if you act like you're not. They'll be like, well, I thought they'd be all brokenhearted, but they seem to be good. And that will actually draw them in. Even if you think, oh, it'll push them away. No. Again, counterintuitive, because, it might feel good in a moment, but it's not going to make them come back. When you appear okay with the breakup, they start to second guess whether they made a big mistake. And if your ex is reaching out at all, even with something trivial, which a lot of times it will be, it's a sign. And the sign is that no contact is working, because all they have is silence. And silence leaves them with no idea what you're thinking or feeling. And then finally, should you even respond the first time they reach out? Well, most of the time, you should actually wait and see if they text again. It depends on what the message says, but most first texts aren't significant. And waiting shows them that if they want your attention, they're going to have to put in a little more effort. They can't breadcrumb you or use you to get over you, which is sometimes what exes do. They want to be in touch so that they can get over you, but we're not going to let them do that, right? And I've actually done several videos on how to respond to an ex, and I will put the link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. All right, so if you have any questions about what I said, then please comment below and let me know what your question is. Otherwise, let me know how long you've been in no contact. And if you would like my help to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net/coaching, and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe. If you are listening to this as a podcast, be sure to subscribe also so you don't miss out on future episodes. And finally, remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.